Hey guys, I wanted to make a video to show some of you who are interested about my CPAP machine. So as you know, I had a sleep study done a few months ago and they decided that I have sleep apnea and I have to wear a CPAP machine now when I sleep. And it was really scary to me at first because I felt like I was going to be smothered to death or stuck to all these cords and tubes and I didn't really know what to expect. And plus, I didn't want to look like that when I slept. I am a little vain, and so I was really not looking forward to being that person. But I've been using it for a couple months now, and I have to say, I don't want to sleep without it anymore. And I wanted to let any of you know who may be concerned, or maybe you're like me, and literally my entire life I've been tired. Whenever I sleep, it didn't matter if I slept for 2 hours or if I slept for 14 hours. I was tired. I was tired all the time. And it was because the quality of sleep I was getting was not good. And that was because of my sleep apnea. And it didn't matter how tired I was, or if I had caffeine, or if I didn't have caffeine. I was waking up all the time, even without kids. So having kids just added to it, and I never slept, and I was tired all the time. And there was times like last fall, I could literally fall asleep sitting up, and it just got ridiculous. And so I didn't realize I had sleep apnea until Craig woke me up one night during my very few precious moments of sleep to tell me that I stopped breathing. And I was actually really pissed at him for waking me up, but I took that then as a sign that I needed to take care of myself. And that was huge to me because I'm not very good at taking care of myself now that I have kids. Like, my focus is on my husband and my house and my kids and like never me. But if I'm gonna be there for my kids, that means that I have to take care of myself. And so I'm really trying this year to take better care of myself. And that's why I decided to do the sleep study, because I needed to make sure that I'm okay. And when you have sleep apnea, you're basically slowly killing yourself because you are not getting enough oxygen when you sleep. And that means that your organs aren't getting oxygen, and that means that they are deteriorating and dying. And it's all bad things. So again, I had the sleep study done. I have sleep apnea, so now I have to use the CPAP machine. So I wanted to show it to you guys in case there are any of you out there like me who maybe don't get enough sleep or think you may have sleep apnea, or if you snore or anything like that, like, you really should get it checked out because it's not that big of a deal. So here is my machine. I'm going to flip the camera around, hopefully, maybe. Okay. So this is my CPAP machine. It has the unit here. It has the pretty display window here that has lots of options that they've already preset for me, so I don't have to worry about it. It has a chamber here where I can, I'm not sure if I can do this one-handed, you put water in it every night so that you don't get all dried out and crusty and gives you sore throat and stuff if you don't put your water in it. That's why I have the jug here. And you've got the tube here that comes out. That's where your air comes from. And this is my mask. And I had to change to this mask because I tried for the first few days to use a mask that only covered right here, my nose. And because of my lovely allergies, I sleep with my mouth open a lot. So I had to switch to a mask that covered my mouth as well. And so I'll put it on in a minute, but it only covers down to here. And I tried on several different kinds, and this was the one that fit my face the best. Apparently I have a kind of weird shaped face and we had a hard time getting a fit. But there are some masks that are like huge and they have a thing that comes up over the head and there's all this going on, and I don't have to have any of that. I did prefer obviously the smaller mask that just covered my nose. They make one that's even smaller that just goes like up inside your nostrils basically, and it just sits right here. It's very small. Obviously because I'm a mouth breather, I don't get to use that one. But so this is the mask that I use, and I am going to put that on for you right now. So, ta-da! There's my mask. It has the strap here. And this is as sexy as I look every night. The nozzle has a quick release. And now I'm going to turn it on for you. And that's it. It's on. So, that's the mask. That's as loud as it gets when I have it on. When it's on, it makes a good seal around my face, and so it doesn't make a whole lot of noise. I'm going to turn it back on now that I have it off, and you can kind of hear it at full blast, but it never makes that noise because it's always on my face. So that's it. That's as loud as it ever sounds, and that's without it connected to me. So when it's connected, it really makes no noise at all. And because it's hard for me to talk with that mask on, so I didn't want you to have to try and hear me through it. But the quick release nozzle swivels all the way around, and so no matter how I'm laying, I can move it out of the way so that it doesn't bother me. The only thing that it limits me on is that I can't sleep on my stomach quite as much as I'd like to sometimes, because I have to keep my head over to the side so that I'm not pushing the mask out of the way, because then I don't get a good seal, which means that I'm not getting as much air pressure as I need, which means I'm not sleeping as well. So that's really the only way it's limited me. I can lay on my side, I can lay on my back, I can toss and turn and roll over, and the mask never ever gets in my way, because that nozzle just swivels all the way around, and I can move that cord out of the way, and I literally don't even notice it anymore. I wake up and I have Henry laying on one arm and Lorelai laying on the other arm, and it never gets in their way. None of the babies have ever gotten tangled in it. I can nurse Henry, and it doesn't bother either of us. The only complaint I have is that I can't talk with it on, which is hard when you have kids, you know. Sometimes you just want 10 more minutes of sleep, and the kids won't hush, and you just want to be quiet, and they can't hear you when you're talking to them with the mask on. So that's really the hardest thing that we've come across, is that nobody can hear me when I try and talk to them with the mask on and running. But if I ever need to get up in the middle of the night to go get Henry or something, I just pop the quick release off and go run down there and take care of that, so I'm not having to pull the mask off and put it back on. And it's been a really easy transition. I travel with it. It has a nice carry case, so anytime I go anywhere, I just have to make sure I'm sleeping by an outlet, which isn't that big of a deal. And I mean, it's really been an easy addition to my life. I keep telling Craig he's got to sign up for a sleep study because he snores and he stops breathing, so it's his turn. But it really has not been bad, and it does not bother me at all, and I sleep like the dead with it on. Obviously the kids still get me up, so I'm not sleeping through the night or anything, but it's not me waking myself up anymore. It's just the kids. Whenever I'm asleep, I am out. I used to hear every single noise, and I'd go back to sleep really quickly, but I couldn't stay asleep. Everything woke me up. The dogs moving around woke me up. Craig getting up for work woke me up. And so now I have more peaceful sleep. I'm out during those times during the night, and it's just really helped me feel a whole lot better. I have more energy during the day, and I am not so dependent on caffeine anymore, but I still like it. But yeah, so if you think you have trouble sleeping, if you think you have sleep apnea, if somebody's told you you snore, if somebody's told you you stop breathing, if you're tired all the time for no reason, please talk to your doctor, and please go have a sleep study done, because the CPAP machine is not that bad. Thanks, guys. Bye.